I'm glad we did not rush this decision. At my daughter's placement meeting, things started off in a way I honestly did not expect. People were praising her. They were talking about how far she has come. One person even called her a miracle. And I almost broke down when she said that because when you know what your child has been through, hearing someone else call your child a miracle hits differently. I see why she said it. 5 years ago, my daughter's life looked completely different. And now she is jumping, trying to run, playing, communicating, surprising people who knew her from before. So, yes, I was grateful. I was proud. I was emotional. But I also had to remind myself what kind of meeting we were in. This was not only a celebration, this was a placement meeting. This was about services, support, safety, classroom environment, and what kind of help my daughter would have around her every day. Because praise is beautiful, but praise is not a placement plan. The part that did not sit right with me was the nursing support. My wife and I wanted my daughter to have direct nursing support, not just support somewhere in the building, not just a school nurse who could be called if something happened, direct nursing support with her. From what we understood, the plan being discussed was a specialized classroom, a para, and the school nurse being involved. And I want to be fair, that is support. I'm not dismissing that. But based on what our daughter's doctors and specialists had expressed, my wife and I believe she needed more than that. Because when you are parenting a child with a trach, certain things do not feel theoretical. I started trying to explain that in the meeting. I brought up how there have been moments where my daughter's trach has come out. And as I was talking, I could feel myself getting pulled into more scary moments, more reasons why this mattered, more weight than I probably needed to bring into that room at once. But I also had to remind myself where I was. The room still felt firm. The conversation still felt like it was moving toward a decision. So at that point, I asked the question, how long do we actually have to answer? That is when the 10-day window came up. And in the room, it felt like that meant we needed to come to an answer fast. But after the meeting, we spoke with our lawyer to better understand what that actually meant, and what we learned gave us more clarity. It was not as simple as how it felt in the room, and that confirmed something for me. We were right to pause, because if we had agreed just because the room felt urgent, we might have made a decision before fully understanding our options. And this is not just paperwork to me. This is my daughter's day-to-day life, her safety, her support, her growth, her ability to be understood. So we tabled it. We did not say yes just to get out of the discomfort. We chose to slow down, ask more questions, talk through our options, and make sure we understood what we were actually being asked to agree to. That is hard, because as a parent, you do not want to seem difficult. You want to be reasonable. But there is a difference between being difficult and being careful. There is a difference between being stubborn and being responsible. My daughter has come too far for me to rush into something that does not feel clear. She deserves more than a fast answer. She deserves a thoughtful one. So yes, I was grateful for the praise. Yes, I was moved when they called her a miracle. But I'm learning that I can receive encouragement and still ask questions. I can celebrate her progress and still advocate for support that truly matches where she is now. Not every decision needs to be made just because the room wants an answer. Sometimes the wisest thing a parent can say is, not yet. We need more time. because a miracle still needs support, and my daughter is worth taking the time to get this right.